Hi, I'm Pattu from freefincal. Today let's talk about what I would like to call as the new normal in retirement planning. Now, in the past 10 years, I've had several questions on retirement planning, all sort of questions like what inflation I should use before retirement, after retirement, what return I should use, etc., and so on. But some people have even asked me what kind of life expectancy I should use. But nobody has asked me what is the retirement age I should use, and that is what I think has changed dramatically in the last couple of decades and or so on. In the past, even for those working in companies, 55 or even 60 was or 58 was the kind of normal retirement age, and they used to be called as company men, people who served the company loyally for decades and so on. They gave them big parties, gifts, and so on, and sent them off. But today things have changed. Today I think for at least except for those in civil services and in academia, I think the new retirement age in the corporate sector is 50 to 55, or probably even lower depending on where you are working. So it makes no longer sense to use age 60 as the retirement age in the retirement calculator. But the good news is that the sooner you you plan to retire, that is, the earlier the retirement age, the lower will be the retirement corpus. Now, we have seen several examples where the retirement corpus is 8 crores, 7 crores, and so on. But if you lower the retirement age, because the withdrawals are going to be less in the expenses, due to the impact of inflation will not be as much because the withdrawals are less, the retirement corpus will also be less. But the only catch is you have to invest more, because you don't have time, because you have to attain a lower corpus, but you have to attain it quickly. You have to invest more. There's no escape from that. But so the message is that I think if you're working in corporates, it's better to set age 50 as the retirement age. And 50 used to be called as early retirement at some point in the past, but now early retirement I think is at least 40 now. It has been pushed down to 10 years lower, so everything has gone down. And even if the company wants to keep us, I think most of us will not have the health, because incidences of strokes, poor BP management, diabetes, obesity, all sort of things have becoming very prevalent. Stress has caused people to eat badly, they don't exercise, and so on. So even if the employer wants us, most of us will not have the health to continue working beyond 50, I think. So how do we prepare for this new normal? So the new normal is two things. One is the lowering of the age, and the other thing is what happens is, for most of us would have been servicing a home loan from age 28 to age 38, something like that. In the late 20s to most of the 30s, I have seen many people service a home loan. Some of them become debt free only by age 45, and so on. If that has been the case, and you have not been taking care of your finances, you have not been investing enough for retirement, several reasons, because of that or several other reasons, then you will have to consider a two-step process to actual retirement. That is, you work in a salaried job until age 50, and then you think of a second income via freelancing. You use your network, you use your skills, and you create a second income for yourself. You may not be regularly employed, but you use your freelancing, and you still actively work until you become financially stable for retirement. So that's what I'm referring to as a new normal. Age lowering, as well as a plan for a second income after the primary salaried income is done with. So for young people who are watching this, what I would request is that please think very hard before getting into a home loan or a car loan or whatever. I will do an example of this, but you have to take an Excel sheet and you have to plan your expenses, project it out into the future, your expenses, your income, your EMIs. How is it going to affect your retirement? That is what people are failing to address. They say, I want to be emotional about buying a home and so on. That is fine, but be emotional about your retirement also. That also requires your emotion, that also deserves your emotion. So please appreciate how buying a home and servicing a home loan will impact your retirement. Does this mean you'll have to get a second, do have second innings in terms of a freelancing career and so on? That kind of analysis, if you do, then at least you know what's in store for you in the future. I mean, I'm not saying don't buy a house for your own self. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying have a bird's eye view of what to expect in the future, and then plan ahead. So, and also you must do everything in your power to increase your income as much as possible. Passive income, active income, freelancing income, whatever it is, plan, because it's not like starting a mutual fund SIP. Planning for a second income will take, you have to introspect, you have to think what's going to make you happy, if you can financially afford to do that, or if you cannot financially afford to do that, then the second job will also be a grind like the first one. So all these kind of this requires planning. I mean, you have to sit with your spouse and project your life in future and see how you're going to handle the years in the 50s, and what's in store for you. For that, you need some kind of projections. I will do one such projection in a future video. Bye bye.